The 2026 Toyota Land Cruiser, a legendary SUV known for strength, durability, and off-road dominance. But today, we're putting all of that reputation to the ultimate test. This is a full, high-speed crash analysis of Toyota's newest flagship. How does the new Land Cruiser behave when everything goes wrong? And how much would it actually cost to repair after a major accident? Let's find out. We begin with the 64 kilometers per hour frontal impact, a scenario that simulates a real-world crash at highway speed. As the SUV slams into the barrier, the front bumper shatters instantly, the grille collapses, and the hood crumples in a controlled V-shape. The crash beams absorb the initial shock, while the frame rails bend exactly where Toyota designed them to. The cabin stays rigid, the windshield cracks but never detaches, and the engine drops slightly downward to prevent intrusion into the cabin. It's a violent impact, but structural behavior remains stable. After the dust settles, the total front damage becomes clear. The bumper cover, grille, radar sensor housing, and both LED headlights are destroyed. The hood is folded, the fenders are bent, and the radiator and condenser are heavily damaged. Front repairs on a Land Cruiser are expensive. Expect around $1,200 to $1,500 for headlights alone, $800 to $1,100 for the hood, $500 to $700 for the bumper, and nearly $1,500 in labor and paint because of its size and structure. The full front-end repair easily lands between $5,000 and $9,000 depending on severity. Next comes the 50 kilometers per hour side impact. This is the most dangerous kind of crash for passengers because there is almost no distance between the striking object and the person sitting inside. As the Land Cruiser is hit from the driver's side, the doors cave inward, the windows explode into safety glass fragments, and the side curtain airbags deploy instantly from front to back. The B-pillar, one of the strongest components of the SUV, takes the majority of the shock and prevents the cabin from collapsing. The roof remains stable, and the floor pan shows almost no deformation. Toyota's structural design proves its strength here. Side repairs are also costly. A front door shell runs between $1,000 and $1,400, the rear door between $900 and $1,200, side airbags between $1,200 and $1,800, window glass around $300, and interior trim replacements adding another $400 to $600. Combined with labor, a side impact repair usually sits between $6,000 and $12,000, especially when airbags are involved. Moving to the rear impact at 50 kilometers per hour, the Land Cruiser's massive rear crash bar absorbs most of the blow. The bumper collapses, the tailgate dents heavily, and the LED taillights break sharply. Backup sensors, the rear camera, and sometimes the wiring harness take damage as well. Fortunately, the fuel system and battery remain completely untouched. Rear repairs typically include a $600 to $900 bumper, a $700 to $1,200 tailgate repair or replacement, $300 to $450 per taillight, and around $800 to $1,200 in labor. Total cost usually ranges between $3,000 and $6,000.